Lomachenko. It doesn't really matter if you think he beat Haney or not. It was a super close fight, and at 35 against an undefeated, undisputed champion in Haney, Lomachenko showed that he is one of the best boxers alive, if that was not already known, with his 2 gold medals and his amateur record of something like 396 wins and only 1 loss. And something that I noticed, something that I heard when I was watching Haney versus Lomachenko was one of the announcers talking about his breath holding work. And right away my ears perked up and I went, ooh, I gotta find out what that is, because anytime I hear about an elite fighter doing workouts, or training I should say, outside of punching or kicking, I go, I wanna know what they're doing. I wanna see if it's something that I want to add into my training. So I started doing the research on Google and I went, okay, yeah, Lomachenko does breath holding work. He absolutely does. He's been doing it for pretty much his whole career. They talk about him doing it back in 2012 when he was prepping up for the Olympics and hitting a personal best, wait for this, of 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He gets in the pool, he's underwater, he holds his breath. That is an insane amount of time when you find out what the average person can actually do, which is 1 minute. When I Googled what the average breath hold is, it's 1 minute only. And every time, every second that clicks by is that much harder and harder and harder. So the first thing you might be asking is, why? Why would I do that? I'm never gonna hold my breath in the fight. What is the purpose of doing this type of training? And that's the first thing that I wanted to know too. Obviously, I don't wanna just waste my time holding my breath thinking that it's gonna help me in the fight. So Lomachenko's reasoning behind this was very interesting, and it's to fight or combat that fight or flight response, which we have. So obviously, when you're about to compete, you're gonna get that fight or flight situation. It could be before the fight, it could be during the fight, it could be when, you get to the, in his case, 10th, 11th round, 12th round, and you're just so fatigued, so tired, and you have to dig deep. He's teaching himself in that panic moment of holding your breath when your body is screaming at you for oxygen, not to panic and not to give in. And I absolutely love that idea. I'm sure as well it's gonna help your overall cardio, maybe in a very small way, but I think it'll still help. Now, the first thing that you guys might be asking is, Gabriel, how do you think you'd do? Well, I've already tried this 3 times now. I'm gonna give you some numbers in a second, but remember, I do already have a breath holding video up there, which you can check out. It's not just straight up breath hold. It's actually some alternative work, which I looked into before when I was researching how surfers increase their ability to hold their breath. If they get dumped underwater and they have to hold down there, what do? And it was something which intrigued me and I started adding it. So that is a video you definitely want to check out. Almost, I'd say 50% of the time when I finish a run, I do that workout, that breath holding thing. And I think it's challenging and I think it helps open the lungs up just a little deeper, which you can actually do in your workout. Because in your workout, you're kind of like, but you're not getting full deep breaths. You're not going all the way in and out. So that's something which I really suggest that you add. Now, let's get back to how long I held my breath for. And this is not something that I work. I just do that normal breathing stuff, but never max it out. So I clicked on the timer and I went, we're just gonna see. This was actually right after I was watching the Lomachenko fight. I went, I wonder how long I can hold. And I didn't push myself crazy far to the point where I was like, oh my gosh, my body's screaming at me and I'm about to pass out. But I got 2 minutes. I was like, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. 2 minutes is decent. And then I tried it again and I only got to 2:05. That was yesterday. Now today, I just tried it, calmed myself down, sat down on the floor, took about 1 minute of deep breathing, and then I got 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So it's increasing. My goal is to start getting into the deep 2 minute period. I feel like getting up to 2:30 is doable, but anything past that is gonna start to get very challenging and my body's gonna start screaming at me. And that's the point where I wanna see if I can start overcoming that fight or flight situation, which Lomachenko is talking about. And I think this is great training as well for those days when you head to, let's say, the track and you're doing your 400-meter sprints and your body is just screaming at you, stop, stop, stop. And you're like, no, I'm gonna keep going. and I'm gonna push through. Just the same way that you have to do when your body's screaming at you for that oxygen when you're underwater or just holding your breath. I didn't do it underwater. I just did it holding my breath, sitting down, but maybe next time I'll go to my bathtub and fill it up and see if just floating in there is something which makes it a little bit easier. Either way, this is just something that I wanted to share with you guys because I'm always into learning about alternative forms of training, especially ones that are not damaging on the body, because we're constantly pushing ourselves, go, 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 weights, running, martial arts. And it's good to take a little step back sometimes and do things which are helping you, but not damaging you at the same time. And don't be mistaken, all that training starts cumulatively adding up to damage. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about this. Lomachenko is just a crazy, amazing athlete, and the training that he goes through, everything that he does extra on top of all the martial arts, all the boxing training that he does is just above and beyond. Breath holding, math problems, just so many eyesight drills. It's pretty darn impressive. So I hope you guys enjoy challenging yourself on that breath. Try to get over a minute 30. I feel like that's a good spot to start, and then you can continue to build and build and build, hopefully up to that 2-minute mark or even beyond what I'm capable of doing right now. Guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like, join the channel, get subscribed if you have not already. Train hard. I'll see you back here soon for another video.